This is why I need to figure out my shit. My shit's fucked up, man. Shit's fucked up. I do a lot of random shit on my computer. Aside from all this shit. Let's switch to the main thing because I'm not even fucking with that shit yet. So there's a lot of stuff that I do incorrectly, and there's a lot of stuff that I try to do correctly. Like touching the mic while it's on here without the suppressor on it is very... I'm sure it's annoying. I don't know if you can hear it. I'm trying to be very gingerly with it. Even though I'm a brunette. But yeah. Ah, fuck. Fucking hair. Anyway. Where we at? Alright, yeah, so I always forget to turn on my phantom power. And now I feel like this is not correct. Maybe I just need to turn up sensitivity. There you go. That's good enough. It's a little roomy. Let's change that bit. There we go. Good enough. I don't really care too much. Main point of this one is to work on this video, which we're going to get to right now. And there it is. Yeah, I got to work on those wipes too. I don't really like it. So here's where we're at. Let me know if you can hear the audio. Probably can. I see it. Oh, no, wait. I'm blocking it out. There we go. I'm going to mute that guy.
Of AI.
Call me Dudesy.
And speaking of art,
myself a little
Stone
bit.
Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood
Live
diary.
stream on my
and I know you
TV,
like to put the two together.
but I always got to turn you up quite a bit.
And one example I can give you of that is Song-arrhea. At Song-arrhea. That's something you can never replace.
There we go.
What he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted
I have
to
to
let both of you know that I
see.
experienced
These are the
deep
things I
pleasure,
need to
and
fucking
have
work
asked
out,
you
and
to
it
bring
sounds so
marijuana cigarettes
bassy for
as a
me.
way of
Why?
saying
Why?
thank you. While
Why
you
does it
enjoy the
sound like
first
that?
mind-altering sensations
So
of
irritating.
THC, I'm going to play one of the
Okay,
latest
have it the
works
right
from
way.
Song-arrhea. Enjoy.
How about now? Is that better? I should really mark these things down.
Enjoy.
So, this is kind of the process, right? And I've already kind of chopped these up a bit. We really don't need to see any of the other tracks here, so I'm gonna move that down. What the fuck? Come on, man. That's good enough. And then this is okay. We'll just move this up so that I have full view of what I'm working on. So, would this be a good time to plug Raycons? Haha. I don't know, man. I can't really... Shit, that's so loud. I'm peeking. Being a P. Popper Wilson here, too. Let me turn my headphones up. And there we go. That probably works better. Really gotta acoustically treat this room, but it is what it is. With the music going in the background, you won't even notice. If I got any sponsors for anything, that would be interesting. Never been sponsored before. However, I did get product to review, which I kind of mentioned. Not ready to fully review it. Projects. I mean, honestly, what would I want? I don't know, man. My life's pretty good. I don't really want much. There's certain things I'd like, I guess, but can't get sponsored by an airline or anything. Got quiet again. Jesus Christ, man. How's that? Is that better? See, the problem is I turn myself down, and I hear if I. Can you guys hear my dog? He's snoring. I can hear him loud and clear. So I'm hearing the raw... who cares? You guys don't need to know. My day job, I am a software engineer. Or I work in software engineering. That's a better way to describe it. Anyway, that's what I do. If you were on my one of my other Instagram streams, you would see that I was flying drones. That's part of what I do. Nothing like, you know, not the type of drones that hurt people, just like the regular ones that, like, you know, fly around and look at stuff. That kind of drone, not like the kind that you destroy civilizations with. Anyway, and not the type that, you know, collects honey. Different type of drone, dude. Yeah, brother. All right, so let's look at what I got so far. I'm gonna be editing some, you know, obviously, like what you're looking at right now is how you normally would see an episode of Dudesy. But I fuck around with the zooming and the panning, some of the cropping, and there's my dog barking. Hang on one second. Name's not Master. Name's Chippy. Some of you already know that. I mean, I know that, dude. Alright, we got two. That's fine. So it's Content and Mr. Wrecker. Give you guys shout outs. Because, well, it's more like speak outs, I guess. Speak ins, because there's only 3 of us in here. 3 dudes shitting around. Or 2 dudes shitting around, the 1 dude shitting around. How about that? Anyway, let's see what we got.
Speaking of AI,
Call me
Now with the
Dudesy.
music going and my
and
voice
speaking of
over
art,
it.
Stone Cold
How's the
Steve
audio?
Austin
I'm
reads
trying to
Will
work it
Sasso's
out for you
childhood
guys.
diary.
sure, and I know you like to put the two together, but they don't belong together, Chad. And one example I can give you of that is Song-arrhea. At Song-arrhea on Instagram. That's an artist, and that's something
Alright,
you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest.
Okay, so
Speaking of AI,
Call me Dudesy.
and speaking of art,
Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary.
sure, and I know you like to put the two together, but they don't belong together, Chad. And one example I can give you of that is Song-arrhea. At Song-arrhea on Instagram.
So this is kind of what I do. So I'll do wacky edits. I call them wacky edits because essentially, like, if it's done in if it's done in a way that's not, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm just trying to make it look okay because it's a static image, right? It's like, it's not a moving camera, not too many, like, you know, dynamic movements or anything like that. So I'm trying to add that to it to keep it from going stale. And this is like early on, right? So once the hard part's already done, right? I got all the audio cut to the video, so everything kind of matches up. And anything that doesn't match up, I typically try to hide. If you catch any of those, then comment them. That'll be fun. So anyways.
That's an artist, and that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted to let both of you
Okay, so now, see how this shot and this shot are basically the same? 2 different, well, same clip obviously, but I chopped it up. And what we're trying to do here is, I'm trying to have each scene slightly different or like, how do I describe this? I'm essentially turning a 1 camera shot into a 2, like a multicam shot. So it's kind of difficult. I'm not like a cameraman or anything like that. I do understand some aspects of filmmaking, but I'm not, wouldn't call myself a proper video content creator. Yeah, but I mean, you know, I try to make it look as good as I can with the limited resources and knowledge that I have. So I hope that's inspiring, because I'm just a regular ass dude who's just been doing this shit for on and off, I don't know, a few years. Yeah, so anyway. And I know they won't watch this, but Hoplark, please send me some of this Citra Bomb Hop Tea for free. I'm going to keep talking about it until you guys do something about it. That'll be a fun first sponsor. Well, I guess not technically not the first, but yeah.
That's
Anyway.
an artist, and that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
Okay. Drop this in half. Maybe take a pic of you holding it and tag it. Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. I don't know, man. like I feel like I'm kind of going against my shit. Not to be too cheesy, but seeing you use the program corridor. Not to be too cheesy, but seeing you use the program corridor crew. What? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Maybe my brain is not allowing me to read that. New video editing program of the. Let me know if that's a typo. I'm not sure, but the inspiration part I do understand. It'll be my choice for editing when I start. Corridor crew is. Ah, I see. Gotcha. I had a hard time reading that. Sorry. Punctuation.
And that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted to let go.
And that's something you. That's an artist. And that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done.
Excuse. Alright.
And that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted to let both of you know that I experience deep pleasure, and I have asked you to bring marijuana cigarettes as a way of saying thank you. While you enjoy the first mind-altering sensations of THC, I'm going to play one of the latest works from Song-arrhea.
Yeah, and so since they've been, I keep hearing mentions, so that's fun, and I'm using them because they're there. And I also think it's kind of funny that the name that I chose as a joke kind of became a thing. So I'm a big fan of accidental comedy, and that's exactly what happened here. Man, it's fucking loud in my ears. Ah, that helps. All right. Oh shit, we got 7 people. Hey, 7 people. I hope you enjoy. Oh, I went down to 6 because I acknowledged the 7. That's okay. 7's an unlucky number. And there goes that word again. So, in case you're, yeah, that's a shoot, brother. Definitely not a work. At 36, I'm figuring out networking isn't as slimy as you might think if you're altruistic. Yeah, I mean, I got 2 years on you. Almost 3 now. And I don't know. I've been winging it my entire life pretty much. There's certain things that I get really into, so then I'll like, you know, learn it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just get back to this. Love your art, bro. So creative, you deserve to blow up, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You already got noticed by Dudesy, so enjoy. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at, man. That's why every time, like, anytime I'm featured, I'm so fucking grateful. Like, it's awesome. I really, this channel, nobody would be on here if it wasn't for Dudesy. So shout out to all the fellow PODs out there. Appreciate the work you're doing. Can't wait to hear the next jam. Well, hear it now! Oh, I hit space because I was on the wrong one. Nope, still not the right one. There we go.
I just wanted to let both of you.
So I'll just play this in its entirety, and then I'm going to be watching it the same way you guys are. So why don't I just make this full screen? What I'm trying to do is figure out where I want to edit some of these clips. I'm not very happy with the way it came out. I was going to do... So after I finish editing this part, I always throw it on my phone and throw on effects and stuff like that. Because again, I'm using the free version of DaVinci Resolve. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. What is it? Blackmagic Studios, I think, makes it. They have a free version. That's what I'm using. It is limited for certain things. Look, I did the wool hand. So anyway, there's certain limitations. So what I do is I throw it into Filmora Go on my phone and then do some of the editing there as well. Just certain effects and stuff, just easier to use there. And it kind of became the thing I use. Not really plugging them or anything, because I don't know, I just use it. It doesn't really matter. A lot of the phone like video apps are basically the same thing, and they copy each other. Like all the filters and stuff, it's all the same shit as like, you know, Instagram is. They just copy all that stuff. The filter you're seeing on this, well, I'm pointing at the screen as if you can see what I'm looking at, but then again, I'm pointing at what you guys are looking at, which is next to my banner at the bottom there. I need to fix. That's a filter too. Is it the same as stuff on Instagram? Sure. But I don't know. I like how it kind of blocks some of the stuff. Like there's a curtain back there. It just looks like a hole. Reminds me of another hole. Anyway, let me go back to these comments real quick, and then we'll listen to this. Keep it up and don't be your own hurdle. Nah, never, dude. I'm never gonna stop doing this, and that's just what it is. Like, I've been making music for what, 15 plus years. Nothing really took off, but I don't really care. It's not what I'm doing it for. Like, I'm not trying to make money doing this. Although if that happens, fucking great. But I mean, my goal is to have fun and to share some laughs with people that think this shit's funny. Because if it makes me laugh, I assume somebody else will laugh at it. And when I see other people laughing at it or like hear about it, like it makes me feel good. It means that I've done something positive for people that I don't even know, really. So it's pretty cool. And to see like you know, Will and Chad react to my stuff is pretty cool too. So but that's what it is. I'm going to hit play now, and we're going to watch this together. And once again, I forgot to click on the fucking window. And once again, I still didn't click on the right part. There we go.
Speaking of AI,
Call me Dudesy.
and speaking of art,
Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary.
sure. And I know you like to put the two together, but they don't belong together, Chad. And one example I can give you of that is Song-arrhea. At Song-arrhea on Instagram. That's an artist, and that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted to let both of you know that I experience deep pleasure, and I have asked you to bring marijuana cigarettes as a way of saying thank you. While you enjoy the first mind-altering sensations of THC, I'm going to play one of the latest works from Song-arrhea. Enjoy.
Okay.
And I say, April 8, 1991, Dear Diary. Well, it's official. The funniest guy in Ladner just became the luckiest guy at Delta Senior Secondary. I woke up this morning just like any other day, brushed my teeth, did my hair, pinched off exactly 3 5/8 inches of brown gold to make room for breakfast. When I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord. Gonna
Pizza
christen
Hut is
the
there.
new pool they got for summer, but Tasman and Gord are all the way out in Chilliwack. That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic, so they're gonna stay the night, which means I got the whole motherfucking house to myself, which means no one will be here to stop me, which means I could do whatever I want, which means it's time to fucking party. I said, hey, oh hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person I invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes. Gibber Pravalia, Timothy Bubble,
Oh, that's right.
Jessamine Tenders, Rachel Crustacean, Greg Kincaid, Gino Dolphin, Dante Littleleg, Bethany Protein, Deandra Towel, Jennifer Neutrino, Tabitha Mordred, Stephen fucking Trilobite, because you can't have a party without fucking Trillo, Lamantha Lamp, hell, even Cornelian Squeen said he'd come by. You know, we had our differences in the past, but we put those behind us and become close friends. The universe truly moves in mysterious ways.
Oh, so we got a couple of new additions, I think, to the weird world of
Dear Diary.
Interesting. All right, so that's kind of the song. You heard the song and kind of what the like, but this is not obviously the final product. You guys know how I do my. Doesn't look like this for obvious reasons. I think. You know, I'm taking someone else's. You know, I'm using source material, so I have to make it my own, right? And I realize that that is important. Sorry about the screaming child in the background. How it happens here.
I said a. Oh, hell yeah. Said a. Means it's time to fucking party. I said a. Oh, hell yeah.
Hang on one second. I'm going to. Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, Jesus, man. It is hot in here. Give me a second. Of course, I unplugged it. Well, isn't that fucking swell? Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. Chippy. I know, on purpose. Of course, you're so dark that they can't see you. Well, indeed.
You come in there, then you bark, and then you want to get out. You want to get out of there. Yeah.
Peanuts. Get ya. Oh, never mind. Peanuts? I confuse.
April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every
Yeah, dude, see. Yeah, you're making this video.
fucking party. I said a. It's time to fucking party. I said a. Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person.
All right.
April 9th,
Freaking dog, man. I love him.
April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary.
I'm batting 1,000. So hang on. Yeah, no, see, that's the thing, right? Like, sometimes I will take some suggestions, but also, like, I try not to let too many ideas influence me. So don't feel bad if I don't like take your advice or recommendations. Sometimes I have a plan, so I might be an AI. I don't have it hooked up right now. Yeah, but who knows, man? What if I'm not real? I mean, in my reality, I'm real, but in yours, I could just be a, yeah, you know. Anyway.
I said a. Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1990.
Trying to talk over the sounds that you are hearing in the background. That,
Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000.
yeah, no, I'll just do it. Sure, there's a better way to edit what I'm editing. Better ways to do lots of things. I do those some of the time.
April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person I invited
Come on, man.
1,000. Every person every person
So here's wait, what? Let's Canon brother real. Oh wow, I don't have a huge delay. I just looked over. Anyway,
every person
every person. Okay. Ideas. Why see this in 4 clips even. Sorry, Chad, I'm cutting you out of this one.
every person
I could just fucking doing this quick and dirty. Not even gonna know. Like if I sit here and try to make it perfect, no one's gonna notice.
1,000. Every person 1,000. Every person
Copy this. What are those drinks called? Four Loko? No, I don't drink like that, man. This is a Hoplark hop tea. It's non-alcoholic. It tastes like a IPA, but there's no alcohol in it, so I could drink this all fucking day long and never get drunk. So yeah, and that's kind of what I like doing. I don't really like drinking anymore. You know, when I was younger, sure, drink some beers or have a cocktail, but now it's like I drink for enjoyment, not for the effect. I feel like that's not what my body wants, you know? Like my brain thought that's what I wanted a long time ago, and then I decided, no, I don't want that. I will smoke some weed though. Yeah. No, man, I don't judge either. Anybody wants to go out and get drunk, fucking do it. Just don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt yourself. That's all I care about. I want people to stay alive, you know? But also have a good time. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
every person
Yeah, I don't pass judgment on anyone because, I mean, shit. I've done shit that was not good for me, and then, you know, realized it wasn't good for me, and then I stopped doing it. Not because anyone told me not to do it or anything like that. Never got in trouble. Just, you know, is what it is.
every person every person every person every person every person every person every person
I don't know if you guys can tell what I'm trying to do here.
a 1,000. Every person I
All right.
invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes. Did you ever
And
person I invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes. Did you ever provide
also, if you have any questions on what I'm doing, feel free to ask them. I will try to answer them as we move forward with this. What happened? There's this in here.
Valia,
Oh no, there isn't.
Timothy Bubble,
Yeah, because like I'm just kind of blasting through this as fast as I can because I just want to get it done. That's typically what happens, unless I'm like further along. Like, you know, initially the songs didn't take me very long, but then I try to challenge myself to make a different type of song each time. I mean, I could easily just blast out the same kind of drum beat and do all that. I just don't want it to get stale. If it gets stale for me, it's definitely gonna get stale for you guys. And I don't want to be like that. So I see if I'm right about what I think you're doing, rather than waste your time having you explain things to me. Hey man, there's 3 of us or 4 of us in here. I don't think anyone minds if I stop and talk about it, because I'm assuming that by watching this, you've not done this before. So yeah, I mean, it's a tutorial of sorts, right? I'm just kind of showing you what I do, and then if something really doesn't make sense, please call it out. I'll be more than happy to explain what exactly I'm doing, or at least try to, because why the fuck not?
Song-arrhea. Enjoy.
Okay. The higher sections are edited camera angle. No, that's me separating the. Okay, so here let me stretch this out so you can kind of see. So these are all the same clip, right? It's like an hour, however long the episodes are, and I have to chop them up, but then I move them based off of like where I think they should go for my brain to know that, hey, this is a different part. Like for example, the beginning, right?
Speaking of AI,
Call me Dudesy.
and speaking of art,
Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood.
So technically you're kind of right? So I'm moving stuff because technically they would be a different camera angle, even though they're basically the same camera angle. I'm just changing the way that it pans or whatever. From that point, it's kind of like I'm not sure. Like if I have a long clip, I'll cut it up just for myself to, I don't know. But there's no real significance. I could have done all of this in one line. However, sometimes there's transitions or carryover. Like if this overlaps with this, I can fade it. I've done that here, actually. I'll show you. There it is. Oh. There's shortcuts here too, but I'm not trying to do all that. So this right here, this little white box is a transition. And since this overlaps,
For breakfast,
there was a fade there. I can actually fade it longer. Just
when I came down.
anyway, not a very good example.
Gold to make room for breakfast. When I came down.
There's a slight fade there. I could probably do that better, but again, I'm trying to rush through. And this isn't even like, you're probably not even going to notice any of that. For me, it was more like there was a weird movement or like a, what's it called? Like a stutter. So I faded it in to cut that out. Sometimes, you know, there's some camera control in the show. So like it'll cut from like a shot of both of them to like a close up of Will or a close up of Chad. And sometimes those will carry over in my shots because I'm trying to sync the audio. So yeah, there's some issues. Like even here, like
To stop me, which
I don't know if you can tell. Let's make this bigger. So what Will is saying carries over to the shot of Chad, but that was very short. And what I had to do was reduce the speed so that it makes it feel like it's intentional.
myself, which means no one will be here to stop me. Which means
So if you can tell, this is like maybe 60% speed,
which means
but it works, you know, like in the context of the song. And no one will notice this. Like this is all me being a perfectionist to a degree.
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself.
And I'm no expert. Like you know, this program is fairly new to me, but most programs are the same. You know, like FL Studio is very similar to like Ableton or what is it, logic or whatever. Like I mean, you know, whatever works for you works for you. Typically the shortcuts are the same. Typically like what you can do is the same, because it's essentially the same thing. Like you get a Makita drill versus a DeWalt drill, they do the same fucking thing, right? They might have different bells and whistles. That's about it. This is exactly like that. So like, you know, Final Cut Pro, fucking Adobe Premiere, this is DaVinci Resolve, I mean iMovie, like it's all the same shit. So you know, what up Joel T? Also Lord Doom. I didn't see you guys in here, so yeah, you know what I'm saying. And also Adrian Gonzalez, content Mr. Wrecker. Good times. Gonna hop off in 15 for an important. Hey man, you can hop off now if you want to. Don't worry about me. I'm not gonna cry about it. You're one of the regulars now, so making content with content, right?
In house to myself, which means no one will be here to stop me.
Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do with these. So
That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic, so they're gonna stay the night, which means
all right.
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself. Which means the house to myself.
Probably it might help. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. This clip. Okay, snapping is off. Why? Something might be wrong with my mouse. Dropped it too many times. Yeah, man. I enjoy people enjoying my work, so I'm gonna keep doing it until nobody enjoys it anymore. Hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. I got some other projects coming up too that are not necessarily Dudesy related, but they're within the metaverse of Dudesyverse, and I'll explain that once it becomes shareable, because at this point it is not. Yeah, brother. That's for another time, dude.
I got the whole motherfucking house.
Okay, here we go. Now what I'm doing is I'm basically trying to say this in a way that makes the most sense. So I'm basically recording what I'm doing within this track. I think it's called a keyframe, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. I don't want to give you the wrong terminology, but essentially I'm telling it from this point, this is the zoom position, all that stuff is going to stay where it's at. But then as I move forward, I want it to also change. So in this shot, it's going to do a close-up of Will's face, right? So
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself.
okay, so I want it to zoom in to his face as he's saying that. So
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself.
right, so now let's zoom it in. All right, so let's see how that looks.
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself, which means no.
All right. Post your stream. I mean, fucking go for it, dude. I try not to do that just because, like, that is the Dudesy Discord, right? So, like, for me to share it in there, I feel kind of like a dick. But if other people share it, that's cool. It doesn't bother me. But I'm not trying to, you know, do any of that. Again, like, yeah, you know, like I already use them saying Song-arrhea and talking about me and stuff in the songs, which for me is really cool and funny. Um, but yeah, I mean, feel free to share it in there. If people are interested, they'll come. If not, you know, that's cool too. I'm not the most entertaining individual. My content could be, but myself is I don't know. I try my best. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. But I don't care. I'm still me.
No one will be here to stop me.
That's right, Will. You tell them. No one will be here to stop me. And I guess the electrical company could, or the internet service provider I subscribe to, which I'm not going to say their name because they don't deserve the mention. Had too many problems, but I'm also stuck where I'm at. Anyway, enough complaining about that shit.
No one will be here to stop.
Now, oh, well, thank you, John
Kleingarn. Yeah, he is John Kleingarn.
Yeah, this is a Dear Diary, so perfect. You're here for, you know, behind the scenes looky-loo. All the way into his eyes this time. Oh, up. Maybe we'll do one of these silly times. See what happens here.
No one will be here to stop me.
I don't like that too much. It's a little too juvenile. Say this while I'm making a silly song about, you know, silly time, silly talk. Try this again.
No one will be here to stop me.
All right.
No one will be here to stop me.
Close.
No one will.
Shall we?
No one will be here to stop. No one will be here to stop me. Which means I could do whatever I want. Here to stop me. Which means I could do whatever I want.
You know, that was a mistake, but I kind of like
Here
that.
to stop me. Which means I could do whatever I want.
It is eyeballs. That's like important. Come on, man.
I could do whatever I want.
If I can make this transition happen, I'm all black. Then take a that works.
Means I could do
It's too
whatever I
fucking
want.
fast. All right. So much for that shit.
I could do whatever I want. Which means I I can do whatever I want, which means it's
Copy this. Turn on this snapping.
it's time to means it's time to fucking party.
It's already funny to me.
Means it's time. Which means it's time to means it which means it's
Oh wait. Wait.
means it's time to fucking it's time to fuck it's
Was fun. Yeah, man. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm just editing this video before I do effects and add words and do all that shit. This will probably get posted fairly soon. So if this part's boring to you, I mean, feel free to not watch it. I'm just doing it for fun. And it's like having people in the room to talk to. So
means it's which means it's time to means it's time to fucking means it's time to it's time to fucking party.
oh shit.
It's time to fucking party. Which means it's time to fucking
Wait, what's that? Oh, this is
it's time to fuck it's time
Sorry, I'm trying to do some fun stuff for myself here.
Time to fucking party. It's time to fucking party. It's time to fucking party.
Again, I'm no expert at any of this shit, but
Means it's time to fucking party. I said it's time to fucking party. I said, hey. Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person I invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes. Gibber Pravalia, Timothy Bubble, Jessamine Tenders, Rachel Crustacean, Greg Kincaid, Gino Dolphin, Rachel Crustacean, Rachel Crustacean, Greg Kincaid, Gino Dolphin, Dante Littleleg.
yeah, man, somebody noticed. This is I mean, it doesn't start out D&B, but you know, sometimes things aren't Dick and Ball.
Speaking of AI,
Call me Dudesy.
and speaking of
Sorry, what I do when I'm doing all this is I'll start editing like a spot, and then I'm like, all right, I need to watch it from the beginning because I need to make sure that I'm not doing the same thing over and over and over. Anyways, here we go.
speaking of AI,
Plus, this guy is new. Yeah, there we go. We got a new one. I'm playing it from the beginning.
speaking of AI,
Call me Dudesy.
and speaking of art,
Stone Cold Steve Austin reads Will Sasso's childhood diary.
sure. And I know you like to put the two together, but they don't belong together, Chad. And one example I can give you of that is Song-arrhea. At Song-arrhea on Instagram. That's an artist, and that's something you can never replace. My goodness, what he's done with this latest piece.
And I just wanted to let both of you know that I experience deep pleasure, and I have asked you to bring marijuana cigarettes as a way of saying thank you. While you enjoy the first mind-altering sensations of THC, I'm going to play one of the latest works from Song-arrhea. Enjoy.
Okay.
And I say, April 8, 1991, Dear Diary. Well, it's official. The funniest guy in Ladner just became the luckiest guy at Delta Senior Secondary. I woke up this morning just like any other day, brushed my teeth, did my hair, pinched off exactly 3 5/8 inches of brown gold to make room for breakfast. When I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents
Sorry. I was going to play it in its entirety, but I'm getting ideas, so I want to apply said ideas.
came down the stairs to eat said breakfast. Both my parents to make room for breakfast. When I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Taz. Visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord. To visit our Aunt Tasman. breakfast. When I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and
Let's go.
found gold to make room for breakfast. When I came down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord. Visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord.
See what I'm doing here? That's the rule of thirds. 1, 2, 3. And I'm trying to apply that with single source material, so it's kind of fun.
Told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord.
I'm gonna zoom in Chad's face here. What I like about this app is that it makes it easy for me to do these like zoom ins and zoom outs. I mean, I'm sure if I was using Premiere, there's like ways to do all that shit too. I'm just so used to this now that it, you know, it's easier for me now using this program. And when I get to the like adding the text and all that, I might do that one too. That might be a little boring, but it's part of the process. So I mean, if you guys want to see it, cool, you can join in. Otherwise don't, because it might be boring, it might not be. I also need a break in a second because I need to stand up, walk around, you know, have some marijuana.
Down the stairs to eat said breakfast, both my parents told me that they were going to take my little brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord. Gonna christen the new pool they got for summer. Gord. Gonna christen the new Gonna christen
Music amazing, the videos amazing, combination. So thanks, man. I'm glad somebody likes it.
Gonna christen
The fuck, man? You ain't gonna give me? Oh shit, wrong one. That's why I'm using. Oh, fuck. Additive dissolve, not cross dissolve.
Gonna christen the
And it still didn't do it. Haha, yeah.
Gonna christen the new
Certain things about these. And it's been a while since I got to this part of editing a video, so.
Gonna christen
Man, come on, dude.
Gonna christen the new
Sorry, it's rendering. Come on, man. Come on.
brothers to visit our Aunt Tasman and Uncle Gord. Gonna christen the new pool
We'll just have to see how that works later. I don't really care right now.
they got for summer, but Tasman and Gord are all the way out in Chilliwack. That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic, so they're gonna stay the night, which means I got the whole motherfucking house to myself, which means no one will be here to stop me, which means I could do whatever I want.
All right, opinion time. I'm actually gonna ask you guys, and then when you see this in the video later on, you'll be like, "Oh yeah, we said some our input makes sense." So I have this zooming into Will's face, right, and then it cuts to Chad sitting there. Should I zoom into Chad's face also? Like, so it's like, you know, this thing happening.
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself, which means no one will be here to stop me, which means I could do whatever I want, which means it's time to fucking party. I said, hey.
So what do you say? No? Anyone? No suggestions? All right, cool. I'm just gonna figure it out. Oh, there we go. Lord Doom says yes. Hashtag Lord Doom.
That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic.
All right.
I got the whole motherfucking house to myself, which means
All right. So here's an issue I have. It's cut. Probably shouldn't be. Whatever. What we'll do. Fuck that up.
which means fucking house to myself, which means which means fucking house to myself, which means no one will be here to stop me.
Yeah, I think I like it. Lord Doom. I'll put thanks. Alright, I will take a break in a second. But I'm gonna leave the stream on and I'll just put them the technical difficulty. Yeah, we'll use that. We'll just pretend that I'm having technical difficulties. Make a pee-pee. Do all that stuff. But let's get this part done.
Which means will be here to stop me. Which means I could do whatever I want. Which means I could do whatever I want. Which means it's time to fucking party. I said, hey. Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary. I'm batting 1,000. Every person I invited is RSVP'd with a resounding yes.
Now, like I said in previous comments, what I'm trying to do, actually not what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to...
I got the whole mother... Which means I got the whole motherfucking house to myself. Which means...
Yeah, okay. Happening. Stretch those. Quick and dirty, quick and dirty, quick and dirty, quick and dirty. Last one. Try it. Here we go.
That's 2 hours, 2.5 with traffic, so they're gonna stay the night. Which means I got the whole motherfucking house to myself. Which means no one will be here to stop me. Which means I said, hey. Oh, hell yeah. April 9th, 1991, Dear Diary.
All right, this is gonna be. I feel like with drum and bass, you need a lot of quick cuts, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm gonna think about that while I go pee. Enjoy my some. Where is it? Technical difficulties. Enjoy the elevator music that I have created. This isn't like stock audio. It's something that I made. Hopefully you enjoy it. Yeah, definitely check out Corn Man. I'm pretty proud of that one. I made a couple of my buddies laugh pretty hard to that. I've got some other stuff too. I might just share those in the hole just for fun because I don't have them posted anywhere. I'm pretty sure I've already posted Down with the Sous Chef, which is a Disturbed parody. You pretty much guess what that one's about, or which one it parodies. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. I'm back. Sorry about that, but I do what I needed to do. So I'm done doing that. I'm back now. Where are we? Oh yeah, the quick cuts. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, this part needs a lot of fucking Right. Sorry, you're hearing. I don't know if you're hearing a bath being drawn. All right. Here. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Hmm. A lot of sounds inside the house. Tedious, tedious, tedious. Yeah. Hang on a second. Technical diff. Yeah, and then this happens. Okay, and it's still technical difficulties time. Jeebus.
All science currently points to one truth.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Zoom a little bit. And then this guy, a little. Oop. And then this guy right here, a little bit more. Sorry, this is probably gonna look really dumb and bad, but it's okay. I don't care. Because like 2 seconds of a take this and do the thing that I always do. Trying to incorporate this bit. Jesus. Mother. All right. Oh man, this is a lot of work. Got all these names. I gotta fuck with them. Oh. Oh Jesus, fucking ass. Report and pornography. Okay, and we'll. There we go. Delete that ass. 300 seconds. That's it. It's not enough time. Remove. All right, fantastic. Sorry. I don't understand, man, these bots. It's like I'm a small channel and then I still get them. I guess I'm doing something right. Or man, some people have too much fucking time on their hands. Sorry if anyone saw any of that stuff. But it's you know, whatever. And don't ever click on any links, guys. Like, no. I mean, this is very repetitive. Yes. Shows how much work actually goes into doing this stuff that I've been doing. And I really hope that I'm not the only one that's going to be doing stuff like this. I'm hoping to inspire some people to make some fucking content. Like, even if the first one you make is terrible, not everyone will think that, you know? Like, I'm just a regular ass dude and I started doing this stuff and now it's people are watching it, so it's kind of fun. Dude, the effort that goes into this is unreal. It makes me appreciate the end product. Yeah, man. Me too. Because sometimes I'll like, if I do a rough cut, right, and I just want to kind of test it out, it if I don't put in the extra time, like, I'll notice even more problems with the final product. So there's definitely some typos and stuff like that. Like, I spelled geobology wrong. In geometry, I spelled it wrong. But you know, it is what it is. Yeah, man. Well, I'm glad to have fans of my work, or pals, or friends, checking it out. And it's kind of fun to share this part of it because not everybody is familiar with video editing or even music production. So yeah, and I mean, what I'm doing is very, like, this is one man show kind of deal, right? But I've done like band stuff, and the dynamic with bands is even more like insane, depending on the band, of course. But what the fuck is happening here? Oh, that's happening. Got it. Yeah, I'm preach too, man. I think I'm using too much power here. All right, we're almost at the end of this part. That makes me very happy. I thought I was. But I don't, because after this part, I get to fuck around with some effects, which I'm not going to show that part because it's going to be impossible for me to share that. I do all that on my phone. Due to limitations of the free version. Now, on with this. Center it up, about right. The lower. And let's see what happens. Oh wait, did I not fucking? Man. See how that looks. It's garbage. All right, so let's see what we got, shall we? We are, I mean, this is now 80% complete. I say that because this part is kind of done. I think I'm happy with it. Let's see. Oh man, that's gonna look great with the effects. Yep, I think that's done, guys. Thanks for joining me on this fun, silly time. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully informative to a degree for programs. I didn't really go too in depth in what I was doing, but again, feel free to ask questions every time I do this. Should be a good, fun, silly time. And on that note, I'll leave you guys with something that I've been trying to remember to do before I end the stream. Anyways, thanks for watching.
All science currently points to one truth. The world is ending. Global governments, religions, academic institutions, and corporations all seem to be powerless to stop the decline of human civilization. But some data suggests that perhaps there is one astonishing human being who can change things. The Rock. You must now attempt to answer this question. Can The Rock save the world? Begin.
Tramana! Drink Tramana! 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 As the president, everybody gets Ramana! Marketing Tramana!
That's how he gets.
On Tramana.
Yeah. Fucking Tremana, dude.
Tramana!
So he doesn't even know what it's called. His own tequila.
It's called Tremana.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you mean?
It's Terramana.
It's called Tremana. It's called Tremana.
It's not Tramana.
It is with this rock.
Yeah,
Tremana.
Tramana!
Tremana.
Tramana!
Tremana.
Tramana!
Tremana.
Tramana! Tramana!
Yes, The Rock will make a holiday called World People Day and save the world.
Yeah. Yes, and I'll tell you how.
Tramana! 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 Tramana!
I can't fucking take it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'd like to give the world a Tramana!